Hello everybody, and welcome to Day Job. I am your host, Code Marvelous, and today we're going to be playing another one of Ben Nee's decks that he had built. This one is a Urban Renewal Asa deck, so we're going to end up in hell. In other news, I got my second Netrunner tattoo. It looks like crap right now because the ink's leaking out, but it's really crisp. Good morning, Vicky. So let's take a look at the list. So it's all about building up a strong remote and putting an urban renewal in it with some black level clearances to get the kill, because the black level clearance basically either acts like a NISEI token, where they don't actually take it, or if they do, it whittles down their hand size so that eventually the urban renewal can get the kill. Additionally, there's a restore, which basically acts as an additional copy of urban renewal. Probably the only thing that I would change, since this thing doesn't have Jinja grids, is I would probably get a preemptive in there. But what do I know? Let's play it as is and see how we do. Oh, don't you die on me now. Don't you die on me. It's not your time yet. What an incredibly bad hand that is. Okay. So we're going to give him the old GLHF. What I like about this hand is that we are in good shape as far as mining accidents go. Oh, that was stupid. That was still stupid, but it's okay. We'll survive. For some reason, I thought these were ultraviolets. I'm an idiot. It's okay. Morning, Dazzler. Okay, so this is some sort of apocalypse build, which is fine. Alright, so now we're gonna do that. There's no point in committing additional ice because we could get apocalypse this turn. But this will certainly help as far as dealing with apocalypse. Probably the first and most important thing that we can do is get 2 ice on archives to deal with Mr. Omar. Probably just IPO. These austerity policies are a really nice counter to any kind of apocalypse-based play. Ow, Balder. They're gonna get both agendas on this? All right, so let's put one there. Let's put one on R&D, and let's draw. Balder, what do you? Just chill, man. All right. A shadow net. Things are getting spoopy up in here. What I'm going to try to do yeah, that's what I was hoping for. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to use this MCA austerity policy to get a Vitruvius. All right, how's everybody doing today, by the way? People are pretty quiet. Do we think I can get two of these rolling at one time? Because that's probably the only way that I'm going to guarantee the kill, right? Also, the win is just waiting for our opponent. I'm gonna actually get this piece of ice down in a new remote. So I can get another copy. Hey Ratsuka. I'm playing the Ben Ni Urban Renewal deck. This is really interesting. I'm really not used to the flow of this deck, but now that we've played through it once, or are playing through it once, I think I've got a better understanding of it. Taking the brain damage. So max hand size is 3. So I guess what we need to do is we need to install and restore. I don't know what we do. Let's get Breaker Bay back. I don't know. Well, that's game. unfortunately. No, unfortunately there's an SSL from an early, Oh no, they just saved us. Them letting that fire saved us. Probably not. Uh-oh, here comes the apocalypse. So if the apocalypse lands here, we lose. Like, that's just how simple it is. There's no way if we lose this much ice. Alright, so now we know a little bit more about what's going on. I have a better understanding of what the deck is trying to do. Let's get dangerous. Don't like that hand. I like that hand a little better. Good luck, have fun. Alright, so here's what I think we're gonna do. We're gonna install this and put a Fairchild on top of it. And then we're gonna put this on R&D. And then we're gonna Violet level. I feel like maybe this should be a Jinja deck. But maybe I'm crazy. Wouldn't be the first time. Coming in hot with the Imp. Corporate sales team is a really, really solid agenda. Okay, so Lamb Surfer. It's a fair play. Let's get that opened up. There's the imp. Impy boys. Okay, so let's draw once. Let's install. And let's put that on HQ, so HQ is a little less porous. I love when you spend 7 credits. We're gonna res the 2 here because the only way that they can really break this is to get rid of a card. So they're going to get that MCA, which I'm actually pretty okay with. Because they're completely broken their board. Board state's pretty bad. Little did you know I wasn't going to be able to afford that Fairchild for a really long time. Architect is such a devastating threat in Asa, it's insane. Like, you absolutely cannot let it fire. Hey, Squog. Egg. My opponent seems to be having connectivity problems. Hopefully they'll be back. Okay. Let's do it, baby. My arm hurts from now I have 2 Netrunner tattoos. Hit an SSL here, that would be ideal. I have to imagine that this is like a Surfer Lamb play, right? I'm gonna get a lot of ice into our hand. Deal with it. These brain damage. Oh, there's the Surfer out of the hand. I mean, they probably have at least 2 copies. Fairchild 2 is a surprisingly good piece of ice. Especially if you're facing Anarchs, I find. Nope, unfortunately we don't have the money for any piggybacks at this time. So we're just going to take the reduced turn for you. See, I feel like IP block is not as good as Fairchild because IP block is just really, really bad against certain runners, whereas Fairchild is never really inexpensive for people to break unless you are up against the random person who's playing like NISEI. You know what I mean? I think we go get the urban renewal, right? I wish we had a whatchamacallit, a who's it, Breaker Bay Grid, the place where netrunners go on dates. Yeah, I think Fairchild 2 is definitely one of the most taxing code gates. Alright, so now the surfer's coming down. So I can't really res this Cider Adaptive Barrier, because then they can ride it all the way in just on Quetzal's ability, which is not ideal. The most taxing ice that we can have on the effective outside right now is either Architect or Fairchild 2. Basically, because every ice in this deck is 3 strength or higher, they're all basically the same amount of money for Lamb. The only really crappy thing that I could try to do is just increase the cost that it's going to take to ride this down, but I think I'd rather have the money. Because if they don't draw a card, they can't go through this black level clearance anyway. Yeah, they're dead. Yeah, Aiki is really good, but Aiki doesn't fit into every deck. I think it's, what, 3 influence? Still gotta break it. Oh, please let there be a Breaker Bay Grid in there. So let's draw. The other cards? What do you mean the other cards? Let's draw. This deck is so miserable to play against. Let's draw. Let's draw again. Let's IP block. Because we can just do this. A 2, 4, 6, 8 credits. Just to get through that. Plus another 7 is 15. So they're gonna have to completely bankrupt themselves. If they want to break both subroutines. I think now's the time to jam. Hey, Avers. Yep, that's game. So now I have a much better understanding of what's going on in this deck. Ooh, Steve. I don't like it. We get some weird opening hands in this deck. Give him the old GLHF. Alright. I feel like what we should do is we're going to put that down, and we're going to put the Architect in front of it. Then we're going to put this on HQ. We're going to put this on R&D. And we're going to res this. See, now I really wish the IP block was on HQ. Alright, so that needs to be dealt with. We're very fortunate there that we drew an additional piece of ice. That IP block's going to go right onto that remote. I agree. We'll put the Fairchild on HQ. Because I'd like to get some semblance of a heart in the run on the remote. This is especially dangerous for a criminal because if they're holding... So we'll res it, because then if they break it, they can't trash it. Next turn we may just purge. Pitch the SSL. Go. Yeah, let's just purge. Good luck, my friend. Why, yes. I would love to res that IP block. Alright. Scavenge, same old thing. Bankroll's a good hit, and so is the drive-by. Alright, so let's do it again. Let's just crank up the threat level, huh? I don't want to wait for your life to be over in 2 turns. More recursion. This is wild. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing with urban renewal. If you can't get to it, you can't get to it. Like, we're just... I told you we were going to hell when we started playing this. Like, this is a hell deck for demon people. Like... Yeah, he's gonna trash the turtle. Wise. Oh, no, you couldn't have off the grid. It's really terrible. Alright. Time to get some additional ices down and maintain our money. A femme. You better come get it. I don't think that you understand that you can't afford that. You're dead. I think. Unless you let one of the subs fire. That's game. Good game. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come hang out and watch me play Netrunner. I always love having you with me. If you would consider supporting the channel, please consider becoming a patron or jumping on Twitch and doing a subscription or at least a follow. Every support bit helps. And if you have Amazon Prime, doing the subscriptions is free. Anyway, I hope everyone has a wonderful Tuesday, and until I see you all tomorrow morning, always be running.